We're here at Infigo with Doug. Doug, I'm going to ask you a couple of questions about your company because you have done some interesting things with it. One of the things that's interesting for the provider, first of all, the kind of space in the industry that you approach for the type of services that you have.
Yeah, awesome. So traditionally our business, we've been going just over 10 years now. So we started off in the general commercial space, but what we are finding now is that's growing. People will come to us normally where they've had difficulties with either other systems or they want something a little bit different out the box. The customers and size that we play with is probably 10 million plus in US dollars. Normally have an in-house tech guy that can help configure and build the system and has capabilities to be able to drive that.
Okay, well that brings up a really good question. What kind of skill sets do you look for when somebody's interested and they look like they're going to buy? What kind of advice do you provide on the skill sets they're going to need to maintain?
So one of the cool things that the conversations that we have with customers is really about how they're going to use it. What's it going to impact, how they're going to do that. So we have a quick conversation, how they want to use the system on an ongoing basis. So we discuss, normally the customers that really get the success will have a techie in-house. So they'll have some understanding. We've found that our customers really have the success where they have a team. The skills would be standard pre-press, so they don't have to be developers, but they'll normally have a dedication to be able to configure storefronts, build templates, and set up the system, the pricing, etc.
What is the biggest area that you cover in terms of the models that you do? We know that e-commerce is talked about a lot. It's very difficult to actually maintain and do for a lot of printers. What is it that is the most commonly requested? Is it a portal for their customers or e-commerce or both? Tell me about that.
So probably 80% of our customers will be using the software in a B2B fashion. So they'll have a portal that will be designed and built directly for the client. But there is a growing need and requirement for e-commerce. Everybody wants to be the next big Vistaprint, Move, whatever it may be. But what we actually say is make sure that we go through with them, that they understand if they're looking at e-commerce, that they understand end to end, that the problems, the scenarios that might be associated with that, because it's not an easy market just to open up an e-commerce storefront and be very successful. That being said, we've got many customers that are doing millions of pounds worth of orders through our systems in e-commerce fashion, and that's growing. We're seeing a growing trend, definitely post-COVID, more and more people are pushing to e-commerce. And what we normally recommend to customers, if you're going out on a pure e-commerce play, you need to have some deep pockets. Where the customers are being really successful is where they have a mix, 70-30, 70% of the business is going to be B2B, and then that 30% and growing becomes a B2C play.
One of the things that Infigo did that I find intriguing is digest a creative company, because when I first heard about it, it was actually still separate, but now it's completely integrated as a service profile for when you're doing it. Explain to us how it is that a customer uses that particular service.
Well, I've been in the industry now probably 20 plus years, worked for Xerox, EFI and a few other players. And the biggest thing for me is I don't want to sell systems. I want to sell systems that are being used, not to sit on the shelf and be a glorified, oh, I have one of these. So part of that process is making sure that customers get full benefit. Full benefit means maybe starting from scratch, and maybe they haven't got a brand, they haven't got any ideas, so we can actually help from that point of entry right the way through for full custom development. We can deliver both a brand, we can help them with the product creation, the portal creation, right the way integrating it directly to their Indigos and things like that. And we're seeing a more and more requirement. We had a number of guys, probably half of the guys today, saying, can you guys just do that for us? So Greg and his team that I work with are building momentum in that place. So we've got product builds, we're working with other resellers of our product, integrators that are actually helping us do that within the marketplace as well.
And you're based both in the UK, but you also have a good footprint in the US.
Yeah, so believe it or not, well, I figure over 50% of our turnover is now driven out of North America, and that's growing. So we are a UK-based company. We have US support, We have some resellers in Australia, so we have a very global coverage. But we've found that we're very capable of being able to service that customers. But the nature of our business, where we're based, doesn't make too much of a difference, but we have felt some comfort levels of some local customers that want local technical support. Sales support isn't as big an issue, it's more the technical support. They want to know if they're going to pick up the phone and ask a question, can we help them, and we are available to within a certain time zone.
Okay, excellent, very good. Thank you very much for
No
your
worries.
time.
Cheers, thanks.